Hey there guys, Game Sam here, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Satisfactory tutorial series. Last time we fell from space, broke some rocks, launched a bunch of stuff into the sky, built a factory, summoned this giant cable or something from the heavens, and fed it a bunch of smart plating in order to unlock tier 3 and 4 milestones. And now that those milestones have been unlocked, you can finally switch to producing power with coal generators. If you're anything like me, you're starting to get a little annoyed with having to constantly refill your biomass burners. Not only do coal generators produce way more power, they also require no further upkeep once they're up and running. So go ahead and scan for some coal. It looks like there are 3 coal deposits relatively nearby, at roughly 500, 700, and 1200 meters. Start by checking out the one that's closest. You can use lookout towers to reach high places. Is this guy bigger than they normally are? Will he walk out on these? Yes, he will. I wonder if I could lure him further out and trap him. Or, wait, here's an idea. He'll be fine. I swear these slugs are useful. The coal is just down there. Go ahead and build a bridge for easy two-way access. That big guy is still down here, but I think I might be able to kill him from outside his reach. Oh god, no. Oh. Okay, it looks like he's gone now. Just cross that bridge you built earlier, find this hidden slug, kill these fire guys, and nice, it's pure node. Unfortunately, there's no water around, so this isn't a great location for coal power generation. Definitely grab some sulfur. Oh, god damn it.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
Okay. I think this is that forest I tried to cut down earlier. I'm going to go check out the other nearby coal nodes. You can do this very quickly if you activate montage mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the 700 meter deposit was also pure, but also not near water. The 1200 meter, however, is 4 normal nodes, but one of them has a boulder blocking it. Regardless, there's more coal per minute here than at either of the pure nodes. Also, this one is near a large body of water in this cool tropical cove, so in my mind, it's a clear winner. If you feed these lizard doggos berries, they'll occasionally bring you free stuff, so that's pretty cool. Make sure to name yours Anton. Wow, look at all this iron. I was just thinking I could use some more iron. There ended up being 6 impure nodes in that area. If we set up mines on all of them, it would double our iron production. Speaking of doubling production, our copper mine has been running at half efficiency ever since we built it. That's been fine so far. We've had plenty of wires and cables, but now we need copper sheets, so it's time to beef this up a bit. Slap down another smelter, a few more constructors, put them on sheet duty, and set them up a storage container. Copper sheets are necessary for liquid transport, and coal power needs water. While we wait for some of those to produce, let's clean up this jungle a bit. Copper ore. Thank you, Anton. I'll treasure this forever. Oh, and ooh, a yellow power slug. This is actually pretty dope. There we go. Now this is a place where a guy could do some industrializing. Be sure to keep an eye on MAM research. If you keep up with it now, you won't have to spend a bunch of time waiting on it later. You may also want to realize you've never scanned for sulfur and just do that real quick, only to find that it's super close by. Definitely gotta keep that in mind. For now though, it's coal time. If you build your generators right on the water, you won't have to worry about moving water uphill, which can be a bit of a pain. So go ahead and just build some foundations right out of the cliff face. And slap some generators down on these guys. I recommend putting them in groups of 6. Each coal generator takes 45 cubic meters of water per minute, so 6 take 270, and a pipe can handle 300. One pipe can feed 6 generators at once with just a bit of capacity left over. Build foundations out to the other side to make sure that another group of 6 will fit when you decide to build them. For now, just building the first 6 will give you more than enough power. Oh, this is gonna look good. Drop some water extractors down. I may move these later. Place conveyor lifts right on the coal inputs and set up all your pipes at ground level. Hook up your water extractors. Each one outputs 120 cubic meters a minute, so these two actually leave us 30 cubic meters short. But we'll resolve that soon. Go ahead and place more extractors on the other side just to make sure they'll fit. Run your power line back from base. There we go. Our current capacity is 220 megawatts. Each coal generator produces 75, so the 6 we built will give us a cool 450. Set up some coal miners. Each generator only needs 15 coal per minute, so 2 normal mines will give you more than enough for now. Put splitters on your lifts. When you try to attach conveyor belts, it'll say you're encroaching clearance, but if you remove the lift, you can place the belt, then replace the lift. By stacking mergers and splitters, you can get them up to just the right height for some nice level conveying. The plan is to merge 60 for either side, with another 60 being split in the middle. This will give each side 90, perfectly utilizing the 3 normal coal nodes. Just run these conveyor belts back to shore, and oh my god, this one's not straight. Yeah, definitely not. Okay, so run this one back to shore one more time. I wonder if you can survive long falls into water. Yes, you can. Hook your coal up, hook your other coal up. Why won't it hook up? Oh my god, why won't it hook up? Oh no, this splitter is backwards. Okay, run this conveyor belt back to shore just one last time, and now hook your coal up, and now all of these should be getting coal. Good, good. And get some power back to these water extractors, and there goes our power, but that was expected. Put all of your coal generators on the network, and now you just have to get those water extractors enough power to kickstart the coal generators. So temporarily take your iron factory offline. Soon here, we should see this climb in increments of 75 until all of our coal is up and running. There we go. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, hook that back up, and now our capacity is chilling at a cool 670 megawatts, just where it should be. Once all the biomass burners run out of fuel, it'll go down to 450. Then when we need more, we can bump it up to 900 by building another wing of generators. These guys still don't have quite enough water though. If I tried getting them to run at 100%, they wouldn't be able to. They need 30 more. So just drop another extractor back here. This will basically be in charge of topping off each group of 6. Hook it up, and with that, the first wing of our coal generators is complete. Looking good. Now that you have all this power, it's time to put it to use. Ooh, a gun. That sounds cool. The next couple of milestones require modular frames. For a while now, we've been trickling out reinforced plates and rotors, but soon we're going to need plenty of reinforced plates, rotors, and these modular frames, not to mention steel, which we'll unlock soon. So it's just about time to beef up iron production. This assembler has been producing smart plating for a while now, and the space elevator is actually about half full, but there's no need to launch it again for a while, so for now, switch this assembler to produce modular frames. We don't have quite enough rods to make 2 per minute, but this is just temporary, so it doesn't really matter. Just route all of those right over here, and now it's time to hunt down some more iron. Go ahead and drop some miners on those 6 impure nodes we found earlier, and once you've got enough modular frames, unlock vehicle transport, which we'll start using soon. I found another 8 iron nodes over here. They're all impure, of course, but such is life. Run some power over and give each a miner and a smelter. It's also about time you built the awesome sink. Some of your storage containers are probably totally full, and this will allow you to get some value out of the excess. Just set up a storage container in front of it and load it up with anything you don't want. It'll slowly convert junk into coupons, which can be spent at the awesome shop to unlock mostly cosmetic stuff. I'm mainly interested in the foundations and organization tabs. Back to the 8 impure nodes we just found, I actually have an idea for how to use those, and that idea is to use all 240 iron per minute to produce 20 reinforced iron plates. The numbers work out really nicely so that every building runs at max efficiency, nothing is wasted, and there are no byproducts. Start by placing constructors something like this. On each floor, the 3 on the left are making plates, the 2 on the right are making rods, and the 3 in the back are making screws. This can scale up with more iron. Just build 1 floor for every 120 ingots per minute. Slap some assemblers down, merge your rods, then split them amongst the screw constructors, merge your screws, then split them between your assemblers, merge your plates and split them amongst your assemblers, and just like that, each assembler is receiving 30 plates and 60 screws a minute, just the right amount of each. Repeat all of that on the floor above. Use splitters and lifts to input ingots on each floor. Merge smelter outputs so that each plate merger receives 60 ingots a minute and each rod merger receives 30. Connect everything with cables and bring it all online. The assemblers are starting to get to work and, damn. Well, those 450 megawatts didn't last too long. Before you go address that, merge all of your outputs into a storage container for now. Then head back to the coal zone and build that second wing of generators. You'll also need to set up the third mine to support them. Hopefully there's enough water hanging out in those pipes to get everything back up and running. And yes, there is. Nice. Hopefully 900 will last a bit longer than 450 did. Looking good. And now, yes, now we're outputting 20 reinforced plates a minute. Everything is running at max efficiency. Another area successfully industrialized. I also have a use in mind for these 6 impure nodes. We're going to use these to make rotors, slap down 6 constructors to make rods, and 5 more to make screws, as well as 2 assemblers. Merge each pair of rod constructors, split one between 3 screw constructors, split another 3 ways as well, feed 2 belts into screw constructors, and merge the third with the outputs of the last 2 rod constructors. Split the 40 rods among the assemblers, and split the middle screw constructor so that half of its screws are merged with all of the screws from the 2 on either side. This should give you 2 100 screw outputs. Feed each of those into each assembler, making sure you use Mark II belts and lifts. And just like that, you have a factory that consumes 90 iron ingots to exactly produce 8 rotors a minute. Just repeat this design on the floor above to make use of all 6 impure iron mines nearby. Use splitters and lifts to provide input to both floors. Merge outputs and store in a storage container for the time being. Put everything on a network, give each of your miners a smelter, pipe each smelter into a splitter, power all of this junk, and hook it all up to your power network. Wait a moment for everything to start running, and there we go. From 6 impure nodes, we now get 16 rotors a minute. You might as well also unlock steel production, and sure, cash in on some of your coupons as well. What you unlock here really comes down to preference, but I like pillars and walkways. A lot of our production is starting to look pretty good. Our Tropical Cove coal power plant, our reinforced iron plate factory, and our rotor factory are all well organized and efficient. But there's one chunk of industry that's not only a bit of a clusterfuck, it's also just recently become pretty redundant. That's right, our first iron factory. This was great for getting us started, but I have plans for this area, so this will have to go. Destroying what you love is never easy, but you'll have to be strong. Sometimes it's necessary so that, like a phoenix, something even more wonderful can rise from the ashes. Good night, sweet prince. Unlock improved melee combat. This will allow you to swap out your taser for a much cooler electric sword. I'm also taking down the space elevator for now. I'll replace it when the layout of this area becomes more clear. And in its place, I'll build a truck station. The tractor can move items great distances without a need for incredibly long conveyor belts. I'm going to use this one to transport reinforced iron plates back to base. By hitting V to open the vehicle menu, I can record a path. Now if I put it on autopilot, it should follow that path on a loop until it runs out of fuel. You okay, buddy? Okay, there we go. Load at factory, unload at base, and repeat. Looking good. Unfortunately, as it is right now, I'll have to remember to refuel that tractor, and as we saw with the biomass burners, I hate having to remember that stuff. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by adding coal transport to the tractor's route. Remember those pure nodes we ended up not using? Set another truck station up here for coal loading, and one back at base for coal unloading. Put a miner on the coal, route it into the depot, and split it into this fuel port. Now when the truck comes to pick up coal, it'll automatically refuel. Nice. We'll have to reprogram it though. That tractor should be around here somewhere. Hello? Okay, come here. There we go. New route will be plate loading, plate unloading, coal loading and refuel, and coal unloading. If either unloading zone gets backed up, the tractor will end up dropping off the wrong items at the other depot, but if that comes up, I have a solution in mind. I think our rotor factory may be close enough that I'll just use belts for that one. This may be a good time to lower your graphics settings to drop fewer frames, which is pretty annoying to watch. I also mentioned wanting to produce more modular frames earlier, so let's get that online. We'll use one of the impure nodes we started with to make rods. Set down 2 assemblers, pipe up our reinforced iron plates, and voila. 4 modular frames a minute. Why did I want these again? I think that just about wraps it up for this episode. All of our upcoming milestones require steel. Luckily for us, we just recently freed up some space and iron mines and started shipping coal back to our base, so getting that up and running should be no sweat. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.